Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dropping Down from the Rafters podcast here on Toned In Entertainment. Woo, today, I have to be excited because we've got royalty in the house. La Princesa Tiffany Nieves is here on Toned In Entertainment. How you doing, Tiffany?
I am doing so well. Let's get it started right. Okay, let's do it together like we did at WrestleCade. Are you ready?
Okay.
So I'm going to say, get it, got it.
Good.
There it is. Let's do it again. So La Princesa Tiffany Nieves is here whether you like it or love it. Get it, got it.
Good.
Yes. We'll get you with the snap, Tony. We got to always snap when we say good, okay? Good.
That's true. That's true. This is my second audition tape for the Bad Girls Club, and I'm hoping I get it right this time.
You better, because honestly, like we said at WrestleCade, we are still having open auditions for Bad Girls. You
certainly are. Yeah, I think you've added a new one to the group recently with Dream Girl Ellie.
And like I said, we're still holding auditions because if you watched Christmas Chaos, if anyone watched Christmas Chaos, it was a disaster. It's almost probably too soon to talk about it, but I'll spare you a couple of questions. But if a Bad Girl Club was on it, like we usually are, what happened would have never happened. And I can't even, I don't know. It may be too soon to talk about it. So I insist, please take it easy on me, okay? It's a couple days after. The holidays are right around the corner, and I couldn't be more angry, okay? But rather than being bitter, I'm still better. So it doesn't matter.
I completely understand. So I'm not going to start us off there. We'll kind of ease into it. So there's a lot that goes into becoming a professional wrestler, from the training to the hair to the makeup. But I think one of the important things that really sets a lot of people aside is the gear. And over time, your gear has had quite the evolution. I'm going to put up some pictures here to show off, kind of from, when you're on AEW Dark to Impact to the most recent one, which I believe was done by La Lucha Lady. I know she did the third one there. So kind of give me an idea of like what goes into creating, your thought processes when coming up with some of these gears.
I think, as you can see, I'm a fashion icon. La Princesa, like the seasons, changes. So I evolve as the time goes. So with my first gear, it was what was trendy and I loved it. The aqua color really brought out me and my innocence. And then as time went by and more fashion designers reached out to me, I gave them an opportunity to really show my exquisite, feisty side. And you can see that in the Impact picture.
Yes.
And the more I took leadership roles, you can see La Lucha Lady helped me merge those two fashionista ideas I had to start off into one. So it's like a transformation,
No, it is. And I love to see the gear evolve. And not only the gear, but you can tell just from these three pictures, the confidence as well from left to right. It definitely feels like, you have come into your own from, maybe those first AEW Dark tapings that you did to where you are now. Like,
I think in the beginning, La Princesa, like every princess in training, was very humble. She was focused on her manners and wanted to know and allow others to connect to her vulnerability. So when I first started La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves, I was Tiffany Talks, and I wanted to talk the truth. And part of becoming the princess I am today, I had to go through a lot of triumph. And that was being represented at that time as a cancer survivor. I am La Princesa is a cancer survivor. So that allowed my audience to be able to connect to me. But that is not the only part that people can connect to me. So as time evolved and I allowed people to see my vulnerable side, I also now allowing people to see my most successful, unapologetic side. You can't give it to them all at once.
I love that. And you definitely are unapologetic with everything that you do in the ring.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now, I do want to pull up a clip here. I pulled this up here. So we're going to play a little clip here.
I love clips of me. This is great. Everyone's going to enjoy watching live. I love it.
So this is actually from your very first professional match. And here you are coming through the curtain.
They don't deserve me, by the way. They don't deserve me.
So here you are for your first professional match. You're wrestling Layla Gray at CCW down in Miami. So what's going through your mind here as you bust through the curtain here to take on, your
I'm
first.
gonna kill and destroy Layla Gray because she underestimated me. A lot of people in the beginning of my career underestimated me, and this promotion, this show is a prime example of me being underestimated and me overcoming it. The one thing I really much love, La Princesa is wearing a necklace with her deceased grandmother on it, who very much inspired me to be the unapologetic princess that I am today. So I brought her with me into the ring, and probably has a huge reason why I defeated those two chumps in the corner. But you know what? Like I said, people change. And now Layla Gray has made the right decision in being a part of the Bad Girls Club. So I'm not mad at her. La Princesa is also forgiving. Look at Bruce. Bruce is one of the best referees. Can you talk about that? Bruce is so awesome.
Bruce would love to hear that. He loves his ego.
Right down the middle, and I love him for that.
I didn't see anything. That match was flawless.
Did you see Luke Curtis choking me? I think they took that out. It was ridiculous. My poor parents. But you know what? I'm not worried about it.
If your grandmother was to see where you are today, what would she think?
She would say, La Princesa's grandma would say, I love you so much, Pokey. Because, I was her little Pocahontas. And she would just say, I'm happy the rest of the world can now see it because she's been seeing it since birth. So I'm thankful for her, for pushing me. There's a lot of times that although I can't see her, I still talk to her. She's a huge part of my inspiration. She's a huge part of why I represent Puerto Rico. My grandmother was born in Puerto Rico. First language was Spanish. She came here to the country for a new life. And I'm so happy that she did because now I'm able to conquer the way I do.
Let's get to a couple. There's a couple of people here in the chat that definitely says Tiff is the best.
Thank you, Clint.
And then, yes, La Princesa is in the castle.
You know it.
And then, Mosh Pit Messiah obviously has a lot of love for Bruce Owens as well, too.
Hey, we love Bruce.
Now,
make sure you're all following me, guys. Tiffany Nieves _
Yeah, if you're not doing it, seriously, what's going on? I think they're all following you, Tiffany. I think they're all following you.
They better be.
They better be. Now, we met officially at WrestleCade back in November. As I was doing an interview with Layla Gray, and we just had a lot of fun, and we kind of connected there and set up this interview from there. So, my WrestleCade experience is my first one going to as like a professional, not a fan, like as a professional. So, what was your WrestleCade experience like this year?
Tony, like you, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves had her first WrestleCade. So it was very exciting. I think one of my favorite parts was seeing people that I have saw on the way to this journey and now being in a different position. So at WrestleCade, I was, and I still am in my head, I don't care, the OVW Women's Champion. And I was able to see Mickie James there. And Mickie had done a seminar, a boot camp. I had done a boot camp with her. And at the time, it wasn't the women's title champion holder. And seeing her after, and both coming from OVW, it meant the world to me that I was able to implement everything she taught me to be the best at everything. And when she was wrestling at OVW, there was no women's title. So it meant so much to me to hold a part of history that now stands that wasn't even existing when she was there, and be able to show her that you helped me get here. Thank you so much. So that was awesome. I told her in text, but telling someone that in person is awesome. So I got that opportunity to see and network and just rekindle wrestling friendships. And then I got to also perform and defend the Mission Pro title there, which I think I am the first ever to defend the Mission Pro title at WrestleCade. So I made history. And not only did I defend it, I defeated Izzy, an up-and-coming superstar. And I think I was able to teach everyone a lesson about La Princesa. People want to judge me for how and what I do to get to where I am, not realizing the only reason and the only thing that sets me apart from others is I'm willing to do what others won't. And you got to admire something about that. So, and then just meeting all the fans worldwide. It was very fascinating to meet people who've been following me since the beginning of my journey. And then even meeting you, Tony. I didn't realize that you had messaged me prior. And La Princesa, to me, was not like to waste time. So I get a couple messages from up and coming podcasts, and I support all of them, but not everyone I trust to have my time, and you have done your work. You've done your research. Not that there are any awful photos to use of La Princesa, but I love that you spend time uplifting La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. And I only want to give my time to those type of people. So after meeting you and seeing how you did the get it, got it good, and you snapped, I was like, wow, that is someone who deserves my time. So I couldn't wait to get on here. That was one of the pluses of WrestleCade.
Oh, well, I definitely appreciate it. I definitely have the most fun I think you can have is when the unexpected happens. And that was definitely unexpected. It was completely impromptu. We had not discussed anything. It's just a lot of fun. Those moments are they stick in my mind, it's some of the greatest.
I don't like to interrupt people's interviews. You were interviewing Layla Gray, Bad Girls Club member. And I heard her say something about how she wanted to improve her body. She was talking about personal fitness. And I just wanted to let her know that she's already perfect. And that was my only goal. And then you just were so nice. And Layla loves putting over me as her best friend, and I could admire it. So she kept me on a little longer than I had planned, but it was a lot of fun.
Now let's talk about that beautiful belt that's on your right.
Signing it is so distracting. Sometimes I get headaches, but let's give people the opportunity to see it without the blur.
Let's see that
beautiful title, and it reads respect, honor, dedication, and passion on it.
Yes, you are the Mission Pro champion. You took down the beast that is Genocide, who's she's a monster on her. Oh,
I ran away to Thailand to go practice some skills so she can come back to beat me. That's the type of champion I am. Not only do I make people retire, I make them reconsider their life in wrestling and train harder.
Wow. Okay. Big time, Tiff. Wow. Now, I believe the next show is coming up in February, if I'm not mistaken, with Mission Pro Wrestling.
Yep. It's Sleepless. It's called Sleepless.
So what do you got going on there in February, or is it too soon to tell?
No, we could talk about it. Right now, we have yet to tell the Mission Pro fans who I am facing. And I think it's because everyone is too afraid to face me. Everyone I face is either surprised, doesn't know what my next move is. I mean, if you listen to commentary, they can't tell what I'm going to do to win, and I'm willing to they got to stop trying to guess. Like one of my favorite wrestlers ever in the world was Eddie Guerrero. And, he would say lie, cheat, and steal. And sometimes he'd do the right thing. Sometimes he'd do the wrong thing. The thing was he was always himself. People need to stop guessing what I'm doing and just accept me for being myself. And Tiffany's going to do, if you pay attention to La Princesa, what she feels is right in that moment. And if you start studying me as a person, you'll understand my wrestling more. So I would say it doesn't matter who I'm facing. I have an idea. And the champion always gets first pick. And I do have my mind on somebody. I can give you a little hint.
Okay.
I just defeated someone who was in a tag team. And I don't ever suggest anyone in a tag team to ever come against me because you've made your whole career out of having a partner. I have not. So Lady Bird was the last person I faced, and she got a really rude awakening. I sent her home crying, actually. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell people that, but it's the truth. So the next opponent that I have my eyes on happens to be another person that most of her career at Mission Pro had to do with having a tag partner. But she seems to think she's more of a fashionista than I am. And I think I may have to prove her wrong. So that's all I can tell you about my next challenger.
Okay. I mean, that clue fits maybe like 2 or 3 people that I can think of.
Let me hear who you think. Or do you?
I mean, no. I mean, let's see. Rache Chanel is definitely somebody that comes to my mind. I mean, you said fashionista. I've had her on the channel, and
dude, you know what? That was a test to see how much you know, and I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
But who's your second guess?
Oh, Rache Chanel would be my first. Maddie Rinkowski would be my second guess.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, you said tag teams. They were tag team champions.
Speaking of tag teams, not that I want to change the subject, but I would love to talk about the title that I hold for a tag team, because I am a tag team champion.
And Shine as well, right? With La Brava.
Even though I love you, Mission Pro, just 1 second. So here we go. Here is my beautiful Shine title. And we are coming back. If you guys are watching or in Florida, we are coming back, I believe, January 27th. We're going to start advertising that very soon. But I am a champion. And I'm so excited. I've been working with Shine since the beginning of my career. So this title means a lot to me, as well as the Mission Pro title. It means the world to me. One of my first, I don't know if you watched, my first match at Mission Pro was against a gentleman. It was the opposite sex. And I remember thinking, what the heck? La Princesa comes all the way to Texas for the biggest women's independent promotion, and I'm facing a guy, but I beat him. So it wasn't a problem.
My money would always be on you, no matter if it's a guy or a girl in the ring.
Don't forget you said that, because I'm going to use
the
words against you. I'm really good at doing that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Who's your favorite wrestler? Remember, me. Your money against your favorite wrestler, I will win. So that's what I heard. If I'm not your favorite, it's okay.
That's okay. You're running a second close to Sting right now. I mean, Sting will always be my hero.
I'll be Sting. All right.
Okay.
So that was your next question. That's my answer.
All right. Now we do have a comment here, and that's going to lead me to my next question as well. Right. Even though you lost on Saturday, you still won in my eyes. Now I do have.
Did you get on to say that? Who let Mandy in? Mandy.
Uh-oh.
You should just say, regardless of anything, you never talk about it, Mandy. You go, you are a winner. I don't even know what you're talking about, but talk to me. Go ahead. Mandy.
Uh-oh. Well, I was outraged, and I want to know who gave Hollywood a referee's license in the first place.
Well, let's check that. Commission of Kentucky, let's check that if Hollywood Haley J has her referee license, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't, first of all. Second off, why are we leaking footage? We should be telling everyone to watch that pay-per-view, okay? And if you haven't watched it, getting a little clip on the internet is not going to teach you what happened in that match. I was destroying Freya. She was begging for her life. I broke her damn back, okay? I broke her back. And then Haley had, something about karma that sucks is that Al Snow's going to get his karma. Freya's going to get her karma, and so is Haley, because this is how it works. I was told that I would lose my title and job, or no, I think just my title. Yes, I would lose my title if I didn't call it down the middle. And everyone was outraged and thought La Princesa did not call it down the middle because Haley had gotten hit with the fire extinguisher for her match. People are so quick to forget. Now, if you watch that match, where was the contendership for the next to get the I was going to grab my title. It's not even
mm-hmm. This is going to be the only sad moment on this podcast, I promise.
Oh my gosh, I want to grab my title.
This is terrible. This is terrible. You see what you've done to the Princessa. This is horrible. Okay. I'm appalled right now.
If it wasn't for my Mission Pro title, I don't know how I would still be here. So I just have to thank Mission Pro. Okay. All right. So we had a match where whoever won faced La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. And I was calling it down the middle. I mean, honestly,
100%.
I was definitely overqualified than all the referees at OVW. And he goes under the ring as I'm counting and brings out a fire extinguisher. And it's my one job to protect everyone in the ring. So I snatched it from her and saved Freya. I saved Freya. I saved Freya. I saved her. And guess what happens? Freya decides to push the authority in the match to my ass. I'm sorry I said that. I can't believe I said that. I normally don't even talk like this.
I understand.
Anyways, she pushes me down. So as authority to everyone in the back who wears those stripes, I had no choice. And for my title to do what anyone with authority would do, I pursued whom pursued me first, which was Freya. And I took the fire extinguisher, and all I was simply doing was saying, hey, you can't use this, to Freya. And in the process of going, hey, you can't use this, Haley's head was there, and she got hit, and I had to call it down the middle, and Freya pinned her, took advantage. 1, 2, 3. And guess what? Everyone blamed La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. No one thought about Freya pushing La Princesa to her feet. No one thought about Haley grabbing the fire extinguisher, being a cheater. So you want to know what Al Snow does? Al Snow then calls a match where I have to face Freya with a special referee because of what I did. And he makes it Haley. And if anyone watched that match, it was just simply so unfair. I got pinned all because Haley put her foot on the rope and then she went 1, 2, 3 in a second. I can't even talk about it because I'm going to cry. And my makeup team spent about 3 hours on my hair and makeup. And really, I think sometimes they spend 3 hours because they just want to talk to me because all you need to do is spend 10 minutes on me. I'm so beautiful, but it doesn't.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was appalled. I was appalled.
I came on one title less, and I honestly haven't even picked up the phone to the Bad Girls Club because I just feel like it's their fault because we always have each other's back. And so far, we have always made sure that we always succeed in that match. I just feel like no one was there for me. So that's what happened.
There's a lot of answers that need. I'm not going to spoil it because I want people to go watch that video. But like, I want to send Hollywood Haley J to math class too because from my perspective, she can't count. It was unjust. Everything was wrong. Everything was wrong.
Can't do anything. And now, and it's weird because now they're best friends. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. All I know is that I was wrongly accused, wrongly attacked, and my title is now taken away. And I want to know what consequence is going to be done. You know, Royal Rumble, we're coming back January, and I just want to know. I have not been able to sleep since. I almost had to cancel this, but because of my fans and I feel like I deserve to give them an explanation until the fact that like right now I don't have it, but I will have it 2024. I promise.
Thank you, Tiffany, for being so brave and so strong. And you know,
my title right now because
yes, please.
Trauma. I'm still a champion.
You are still a champion. You are a multiple champion still. You still have 2 belts.
Yes. So I do want to talk about something that is exciting. Can we change the subject? So
Of course. Absolutely.
January, I have 2 dates with NWA, and I'm going to Fort Lauderdale and Tampa, and I would love everyone who loves me to be there and watch me conquer. I just faced Ruthie J, and I was the winner, as I always am. So I just see a very bright future for me at the NWA. And if you support me, you'll be there at the live taping. If not, you'll watch it. So that's something really exciting coming up the new year ready.
Yes, I will be at the one in Fort Lauderdale. I'm super excited about that one.
I hope that you have a La Princesa shirt. And if you don't, you need to figure it out because I think you need to have a sign that says La Princesa. Wow, my mood is already changed knowing you'll be there. You're obviously there because of me, right?
Yes, of course. As soon as I saw you were advertised there, I was like, okay. I was on the fence the entire time. I'm like, it looks like a good show. And then when I saw you were going to be there, I was like, okay, over the edge, 100%. We're all in.
You see, so Billy Corgan has been watching me at Exodus Pro. It's EC3's promotion. And for some reason, you know, being in a band isn't enough for him that every time I'm there, he wants to interrupt me when I win. And I'm like, Billy Corgan, if you need to, you know, business get pumping, you got to pay me, La Princesa, if you want to be a part of my time. And he just keeps burgeoning in, talking about NWA. You won't do things like this at NWA. And I'm just like, I do what I want wherever I am. I don't get what he doesn't understand. And I say it in English, and I'll say it in Spanish if he wants me to. But now he's threatened me with Markova, whatever her name is. Don't care. I'm going to beat her too. So that show is also coming up in January. So stay tuned.
Definitely excited for that one. I am pumped. I am ready for that one.
I'm putting my title on the line. And guess what? At Exodus Pro, they have real referees who call it down the middle. So I'm not even worried.
Now, I do want to touch on one topic. It was something that we briefly talked about at WrestleCade, and it was your time on AEW, where you were on there and you were doing some therapy for the ass boys, so to say, and the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. And we mentioned it that there was a comment. So I hope you don't mind me playing the comment that was said to you by a podcaster named Jim Cornett and get your reaction for it. Do you mind?
Go for it.
Okay, let's go ahead and play this. So this is what Jim Cornett had to say about your performance. Well, your therapy. You are a licensed doctor anyway, so he was wrong in many ways. But let's go ahead and play this clip here.
They got a girl therapist,
a female,
overacted. It wasn't believable in any way. She did goofy double takes and phony facials. She was obviously either a rented model or some trainee or something, because she looked
You got a model right.
young, attractive family therapists that look like that and overact like that, except on wrestling programs. So you couldn't believe it. It wasn't legit. It was goofy.
And in porn.
And well, there you go. That was she would have made a great porn therapist. That was exactly what this acting level.
What porn is he watching? My gosh. Well, you got one thing right about La Princesa Nieves, attractive. And hence why I had to retire my job as a therapist. No one was taking me seriously. And I felt like it was undermining me as a princess. So I then, after that segment in AEW, I said, you know, therapist is way below my pay grade. I think I'm going to have to turn you guys down and pursue my lifestyle as La Princesa Tiffany Nieves royalty. They didn't let me wear my crown there, which was ridiculous. So I felt very out of place. Usually when I'm in office during practice, I am allowed to wear my crown. I am my own boss. So the thing was, Billy Gunn really, really, really wanted me to be able to get through to his sons, and he didn't want any distractions. I said, well, then find yourself someone ugly and undereducated. It's not me. And after that session, I said I can no longer do anymore. Furthermore.
Very well put. Yeah.
You know, Jim Cornette needs to really clean his web browser, because now I'm freaking worried about what he's watching. Because, you know, when I went to school, there was no porn therapy offered. So that must be something new.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. He must have his own little, like you said, browsing history that's going on. Some people are saying, you know, they have their own opinion. Moshpit has his opinion. I'm not going to say the full word.
I don't know if Cornette's single or not, but did he have to seek that therapy to keep a woman? Maybe. I don't know. But that's interesting. That's very interesting, Cornette. Well, thank you for watching. And I already know I'm attractive.
And all of us should be happy that the therapy, you know, that you decided, you know, it wasn't going to make you the money that you want to make, that you'll make as a wrestler, and that, you know, you can leave the therapy sessions behind you now.
Absolutely. And the one thing I believe being La Princesa, besides staying beautiful, is if you can't be yourself, it's not worth it. And if you can't let me wear my crown and be me, then see ya, on to the next.
There you go. Very well put. Now, I know I have limited time with Tiffany tonight, because we did set a time limit as to when you had to be out there.
To get on for dinner. Okay.
I know.
And I'm going to where am I going? It's a little low class, but it's fine. We all love it. It's the Cheesecake Factory, but I take a jet there because I have a special chef that I'm seeing. But go ahead.
Oh, he's going to have a good steak for you, because I know that you love a good steak. I do know that.
Yeah. True.
Well, Tiffany, is there anything else we should know before we let you go get your grub on for the night?
Well, you should know that the holidays are coming, and unfortunately, I had to just fire my freaking team because they left my gear on a plane. My new exotic, beautiful gear. So if you want to purchase any calendars, 8x10s, shirts, contact La Princesa on Tiffany Nieves. That's the only time she'll answer you. But aside from that, please follow me on Tiffany Nieves _ on Twitter, Instagram. I do not have a Facebook. And I will say I'm offering now Cameo for the holidays. And make sure you all get right and stay in tune with OVW, because what they did to me deserves justice. And in the meantime, you can watch Mission Pro on Title Match.
There we go. Mission Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, The Shine, half of the tag team champions with La Brava, soon to be once again the OVW Women's Champion. I know that's two times for sure.
I advertised. I'm not sure when this episode. I know it's live, right?
It's live. So, it's going to be up like right this second. As soon as we're done, it's up. It's up
today, because we're feeling in the spirit. Layla Gray and I will be going live on her Twitch to do karaoke. So if you're lucky enough, around 5 or 6 o'clock Eastern time, tune in, drop in, and show some love.
You said what day was it? I think I was talking over you just to make sure.
Saturday. This Saturday.
This 23rd. Saturday. Layla Gray and Tiffany Nieves doing karaoke?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, if people don't tune in for that, then they just might as well go bah humbug for the rest of the year then.
Seriously.
I just want to pull up two more little quick comments right there. Well, Cheesecake Factory is the best. Cornette doesn't have a clue how fabulous and amazing Tiffany is.
Let's be kind. He does.
Cherry Bomb says Jim Cornette doesn't know what he's talking about. And Mosh Pit has his eyes on Saturday.
Awesome.
Well, so awesome, Tiffany. I am going to let you go, do your thing. And it was just
let's catch up in like 6 months. How's that sound? Or you know what? Let's catch up in January when I see your shirt and a big sign saying La Princesa at NWA, okay?
That's for sure. That's only like 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks from this Saturday. Woo, we are pumped. We are ready to go. NWA is coming to Fort Lauderdale at Revolution Nightclub. I love it when you guys come to my hometown.
I can't wait to see who I'll face, so I'm excited.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, Tiffany, thank you so much for fitting me into your very, 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 very busy schedule. See, she's got to go. So, guys, if you like interviews like this with La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, guys, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.